Good morning, Your Majesty. Oh? Olivia is currently in the kitchen, doing her duties as a head maid. She's doing okay? Are you worried she's falling in love with Stefan, the stable boy? No, she isn't. It was just a joke, Your Highness. As far as I know, Miss Olivia is very immersed in her job, so finding a suitor isn't exactly at top tier in her list. You're smiling quite widely. It's beginning to concern me. I'll just read your activities for today then. 8:30 a.m. Breakfast in the dining hall. 9 o'clock. Fencing practice. 10:30 horseback riding. 11 o'clock. Read a book or two in the library. By the way, the latest edition of that series you were interested in last week has arrived by parcel today. 12 o'clock. Lunch with Princess Arabella of the 𝒂𝒂 Kingdom. 2 o'clock. Paint with Princess Claudette of the 𝒂𝒂 Kingdom. 4:30 Violin with Princess Theodora of the 𝒑𝒂 Kingdom. 5 o'clock. Dinner with Princess Vivien of the 𝒂𝒂 Kingdom. 6:30 Respond to letters written by the village orphans. 8 o'clock. Get ready for bed. Oh, you want to cancel some things? Well, I understand. Last week you practiced fencing for quite a while. It's fine to take a break every now and then. Not that? I suppose reading in the library can be set aside too. The shelves are getting disorganized, so I can arrange for that to be settled today. Not exactly? What do you mean by that? What? You want to cancel dates with the princesses? Have you lost it? You're not skipping it on 1 or 2, but 4 royal families. That will cause a bad reputation. Or worse, a war. We would be blown to pieces if we did that. Plus, your father wants you to court at least 1 princess a month, so this isn't a good idea. What could possibly be more important than finding the future queen? Hey, Your Majesty, where are you going? We're not finished discussing your...
Oh, my apologies. I wasn't looking where I was going. Good morning, Your Highness. Did you rest well last night? You had quite the evening. Tell me, does your head hurt in any way? How about your hand? May I? Well, it looks bruised, but nothing is broken. I'm sure that the royal doctor can give you something to ease the pain a little bit. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some duties to attend to. Yes, Your Majesty? What? No, I'm not avoiding you. That's such a silly question. I don't know why you'd think that. A new set of tasks? I wasn't informed about this in my briefing this morning. Let me just check my list. Hey, Your Majesty, I'm supposed to follow a strict schedule here, and, well, it was sort of written on the paper you just ripped. No schedule for today, but I don't understand. You need my help with something more important than my list of duties? Okay. What is it? A date? You want to learn how to ask someone on a date? Don't you usually ask your guy friends about this? I see. You want to hear it from a girl's perspective. Okay, I'll try to give you the best answer possible. Is it okay if I know who you're asking out? Oh, it's a secret. I see. It's probably a princess. So, tell me all the possible ways you'd like to approach your person, and I'll let you know which one is the best. That line sort of makes you sound awkward. Do you have another one? You sort of sound like you're not even interested in going out with them in the first place with that line. A different one? Now you sound like you're gonna put her in the dungeon and lock her in there forever if she declines, so definitely a no for that one. How about starting with a compliment? Something like this. I really like talking to you, and I'd love to get to know you better. How about a date this afternoon? Great. Now it's your turn. Good. Perfect tone and delivery. How about perhaps more eye contact? You sort of look away whenever you're speaking to me. Try it one more time. Wow. Yeah. Just reel them in with your best line and you're set. Especially with that eye contact. It's almost like you're putting me, them, in a trance.
Olivia! Olivia!
Hello, Karina. Is there something I can help you with?
Prince Elias is asking for you in his chambers.
He is? Well, okay then. Just tell him I'll be there shortly.
No, he says it's urgent.
I wonder what he needs.
This is a secret, okay? But I overheard him talking to someone, and I think he might ask you to be his partner for that fancy ball next week.
He's what?
Yeah, isn't that exciting?
Well,
let's go. Wait, Karina, I'm not finished helping the other prince. Karina, wait. I can't go to Prince Elias right now.
Why not?
Because I'm not ready to answer him yet. Via, he's a prince. The answer should already be yes.
Is it because you don't want to go to the ball?
No, I do want to go to the ball.
Is it because you hate Prince Elias?
No, I don't hate Prince Elias. I think he's quite lovely. Then why don't you want to go to the ball with Prince Elias?
There's no reason. I mean, unless there's someone else you'd rather go with.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Why would you suggest such a thing?
Is it possible you'd rather go with the other prince?
I have things to do, Karina. Really important things. So if you'll excuse me, I knew it. I knew you had a crush on the other prince. Shh, be quiet. Do you have to say it so loud?
You're not denying it.
Well, listen, why don't you just tell him how you feel?
Because, Karina, he wouldn't want anything to do with me anyway, so why bother? I'm just the girl who fixes up his clothes and cleans his room. Nothing more. Besides, he meets plenty of princesses on the daily that are far more pretty and more interesting than I'll ever be. I'm positive he already has someone in mind.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you're really stupid.
What's that supposed to mean?
Do you seriously not see the way he acts around you? It's like he loses his brain whenever you're there. He can't speak properly, and he does a lot of funny things when you're in the room. Like that one time he was watching you pour a cup of tea for Prince Elias. He didn't realize it, but he was running straight into a wall. It was the reddest I'd ever seen him become since you two made eye contact after the loud crash. Or that one day when he was meant to be having a painting session with a princess, and while she had done her best to make a portrait of him, his rendition of a female in the canvas was nearly an exact copy of you.
What? How come I've never seen that painting then?
This is between you and me, but he ordered the first night to hide the painting away in one of the old storage rooms we don't even use anymore. Because of the cluttered furniture inside, you would never see it in there. I recall him making the night promise with his life that he'd never say a word about it to anyone. Now, the real question is, do you like him back?
I thought we'd established this already. Well, in any case, yes, I do. I thought it was just a silly little girl crush I was going through when I'd first met him. I mean, who wouldn't have a crush on such a wonderful boy? He's really sweet, kind-hearted, very funny, and good-looking.
Yeah, there's that too.
I think we were no older than 6 years old when we first met in the royal garden. He was a shy kid, and I thought he'd never open up to me, but
After a few years of trying, the prince finally took his walls down and let me in. We became really great friends, more than a prince and a servant should ever be. But I'm afraid that being friends is as far as he and I will go. And why is that? Because he meets potential brides all the time. I know that they don't see him for who he is and just more so for his crown. I'd really hate to see him fall in love with a person who's only after one thing, and it's not his heart. But what can I do? I'm just a stupid maid. You could, well, I don't know, turn around? Huh? What do you mean? Oh my gosh, Your Highness, how long have you been standing there? And, exactly how much of that conversation did you hear?